Hello friends and welcome to Saitama Stacker channel. My name is Dean. If you're watching my videos for the first time, please know I only make them for entertainment, education, and for community building around the Saitama token. So please do your own research before investing. Saitama up a little bit here in the last 24 hours. It feels like we're kind of in a consolidation stage waiting for the next piece of news that will hopefully take us to the next level. If we look at the 7-day chart, we are down some. As a matter of fact, it would CoinGecko's report down 25% in the last 7 days. 14 days down 10%. So, hopefully, again, we're finding some support down here. A happy place where we can use as a launch pad as we get better news, which hopefully coming soon. So let's take a quick look at the fundamentals. Then we'll take a look at a few posts going on inside the Saitama community, as well as some rankings, and we'll talk reflections. From a fundamental standpoint, in the last 24 hours, we have added 517 wallets or holders. The total currently 328,091. Now I do get comments in almost every video that the total number of wallets is inaccurate. And it's true that there are many wallets that have lower balances. But to me, it's still important because it shows total interest in a project. I know that there are many low balance accounts, which is why I tend to focus more on how many wallets we're increasing. It's a current number and it shows a direct correlation of what's going on with Saitama today. But there's a lot of projects that would be more than happy to have had 328,000 people create an account to make a purchase. And we wouldn't have arrived where we are at a market cap standpoint without having a strong community build. So yes, I understand there's low balance accounts. I still report that number because I think it still has some significance. And of course, the day over day increase and maybe the last 30 days worth of wallets does definitely tell maybe a more current and applicable tale. The market cap up a little bit from yesterday, 1,076 million. Our market rank continues to be 96th. That's comparing our market cap to the top 100 rankings of CoinGecko. The volume in the last 24 hours, just under 12 million. So a little bit of an increase from yesterday, but still quiet around the Saitama camp. And we'll take a look at why that is here in just a few minutes. The burn ticks up to 56.27%. 3.4 trillion tokens have burned in the last 24 hours. The current volume and price would suggest it would take 179 days to burn 1% of the total supply, or 1 quadrillion coins. That would be an average of about 2.04% per year. If we go ahead and look out at what's going on in the Saitama community, I try to get a pulse on what's going on, look for different posts, get a feel for maybe if the development team's got anything to say. And in the Saitama official Twitter feed, the last post really dates back to February 3rd. This was the letter that came out after the AMA with Russell, Max, and Manny. Gabriel was on for a while too. But it's when they talked about the front-running bots and the fact that they were going to hold back on releasing Saitamask fully until they can mitigate this problem, which is causing investors to lose a portion of their money when they try to make a trade, because a bot transaction essentially jumps in front of you, drops a transaction first, you sell out at a lower point, and then it buys back in at a lower point and ends up taking a little bit of profit out of the deal, but directly impacting investors. So the development team, not seeing much from them. So I looked at some of the other coins that are going to be listed on Saitamask, and most notably, to me, Lily, because it's exclusively going to be offered on Saitamask. They posted today and just said, "Happy Sunday, Lily Tribe. Every day we are getting closer and closer to the big day. More updates coming within the next few days." So hopefully in the next few days, we'll have some clarity and some answers about Saitamask. Now, I did notice in looking at my own wallet, and I'll just pop over really quick. So when I pulled this up, I noticed that now my balance is showing on the main page. If you remember from previous videos, or if you haven't seen them, I transferred 0.14 ETH as a test into my Saitamask wallet from another wallet. And when it got there, I knew that it transferred. I had a receipt from my Etherscan that said that it was successful, but I wasn't seeing it in the main page or the home page for Saitamask. What I ended up ultimately having to do is go into the little paw there and go into the swap feature. And when I selected Ethereum, I could see that my Ethereum was there, the 0.14 ETH in the wallet, but it wasn't listed anywhere else. So now when I look at the home screen, it's clearly there. Now this is a combination of all of what a person would have in their wallet. It would be the total value of all the assets. Clicking on the portfolio button or the little pie graph there at the bottom, this would delineate different types of investments that we had and in what percentage. In my case, 100% currently is sitting in Ethereum. And so it's just cool to see that they're making some progress there. It's exciting, and hopefully soon, full functionality with no front-running bots. I'd be happy to go for that scenario. So before I go to reflections, I want to look at a couple of the tools that you may use to be able to see what's happening in the crypto space in terms of what's getting a lot of attention, what's popular. Now, one system that I had used in several of the last videos is DEX tools and the hot ether pairs. Now, when I was doing my show prep, Saitama was, and there we are, we're back in. A minute ago, it had popped out. Now it's popped back in. This is dynamic, so it's constantly updating, but Saitama still in those top 10, currently sitting at number 7. We've spent a lot of time up here in number 1, but being in that top 10 list does give us an indication that we are top of mind, that people are still interested in the project. The other one that I decided to check today is off CoinMarketCap. In their cryptocurrencies, you can look at many different things, what's trending, what's the most visited, some recently added. I looked at trending, didn't find us there, but in most visited, as we scroll down, again, we find Saitama here listed at number 28 in the most visited cryptocurrencies. So just a demonstration that we're still top of mind. We're still out there kind of in view of many, many people who I think are patiently waiting to see what happens with Saitamask. And hopefully that's the big catalyst that we're all waiting for to carry us to the next level. All right, let's take a quick look at reflections, and then I will sign out. In the last 24 hours, I've received 33,800,000 free Saitama tokens as part of the Reflections program. That brings my total since November 21st to 4,084,000,000. Now, I do get questions about this. Reflections are based on how many tokens you're holding, so it's proportional to the amount of tokens that you have. So your reflections may not track with mine every day, but as a percentage of what you're holding, I would assume that those are going to be the same. If you want to learn more about reflections, you can go to the official Saitama website. It's saitamatoken.com. Under the ecosystem tab, you'll find a discussion about passive income and the deflationary currency, or the reflections and the burn. How they work is 2% of every buy and sell transaction is taken as a tax, and that 2% is then distributed back to holders as a passive income source or a reflection, and 2% is burned. So in total, 4%, I guess you could say, is the tax. So more information right there in the official Saitama website. Friends, I hope you're having an amazing day. Please check back with me soon, and we will watch our Saitama stacks grow together.